Hello.
Good morning.
My name is Dylan Mogimi, and I'm a cleaning nerd.
My name is Joe Mogimi, and I am also a cleaning nerd.
Today we're going to talk about pressure washing versus soft washing. Which is better? Maybe you've only heard of pressure washing.
Yeah.
Have you heard of pressure washing?
Well, I have heard of pressure washing and soft washing, but only because we own a cleaning company.
I think a lot of people, when we mention soft washing to them, they're kind of like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So this video is going to break down exactly what the difference is between pressure and soft.
Awesome. So hopefully you will know which one is better for you. And if you have any questions, make sure you put them below or send us a private message if you'd like, because we're happy to answer whatever would add clarity and also answer any additional questions that you have. And if they want to submit other questions, how can they contact us?
Yeah, just through Facebook. And you can give us a call at our office, 407-688-2121.
Awesome. All right, let's get into the show.
Okay, so first, this is what bleach is. Bleach is, I got my shoehorn here. I had an opening I wanted to do, but I didn't think I could pull it off. I was going to say, my name is Dylan Mogimi, and I like short walks on the beach. Because long walks, whatever way you walk, you got to walk back. And that's
I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay, so this is bleach. It's called sodium hypochlorite. And that is important because it has salt in it, which is why it kills plants. One of the reasons why it kills plants. It takes the oxygen or the moisture, something like that, out of the plants. Okay, so on the pH scale, is bleach an acid, a neutral, or an alkaline? What do you think?
I would think that it is an acid.
Okay, most people would think that, but bleach is actually an alkaline.
Alkaline, I guess I always feel like is going to balance things out, but bleach doesn't do that, and I don't think that that's probably true about alkaline.
Yeah, well, it can balance out an acid, but alkalinity, also known as base, is where bleach is. That's why you can put it on natural stone. You can put it on other things without it. Like a good indicator if you have an acid is if you put it on cement and it starts bubbling up and fizzing, it reacts to the calcium.
Oh.
And so bleach won't react to the calcium. All right, we have a little acronym in the cleaning biz. It's called chemical, heat, agitation, and time. Now, when you do pressure washing or soft washing, you are going to use, or any cleaning situation, you are going to use one of the 4 cleaning methods here, or cleaning situations here. And the hope is that you have all 4. And if one is missing, you increase the other. So let's say we don't have any heat. Well, we would want to increase the chemical strength, increase the agitation, and increase the dwell time of the chemical. Now, what chemical do we use? Here is the recipe. The recipe is bleach plus water plus a surfactant.
This is what we use when we do pressure or soft washing.
Right.
Okay.
This is our recipe. This is our chemical in our cleaning thing. So, what is a surfactant? Do you know what a surfactant is?
I assume it has something to do with a surface.
Okay, yes. So, imagine a drop of water on the table.
Okay.
You know how it gets that bubble?
Yes.
Forms a bubble, that skin or barrier?
Yes.
If you introduce a surfactant to it, that bubble will break.
Okay.
And it will spread.
Okay.
So when you have any good cleaning product, whenever most of them have a surfactant in it, it makes wet things wetter. So it allows it to penetrate more. I guess in other ways, it releases the surface tension. It doesn't make it. So it just goes through things easier. So when you have bleach, water, and a surfactant, it will clean your house, your driveway, your screens a lot better than if you just had
bleach water.
And water.
Okay, or just water.
Yeah, and one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to mix Dawn.
With a surfactant?
No.
Or Dawn is a surfactant?
Dawn is a form of a surfactant. Like it's a soap. It's also on the alkaline side. So bleach is alkaline, and so is soap. So you're using them together, and you don't want to use an acid in there. So one thing is you don't want to use Dawn, because it says on the bottle, don't use Dawn. And Dawn and bleach, if I'm not mistaken, forms mustard gas.
Oh, that's not good. That will kill you.
That's deadly. So you don't mix that. So we like to mix Gain.
Oh, so it's just Dawn.
Yeah,
There's something that's in Dawn. So it's not dish soap. It's Dawn. Don't mix Dawn dish detergent with bleach.
Correct. The fumes give off.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mustard gas. Yeah.
All right.
Check me if you like.
Don't test that one yourself.
Yes.
Just Google it if you're curious.
That's right. Now, there's really only two chemical solutions that we use.
Okay.
10% or 50%.
Okay.
10% bleach to 90% water, or 50% bleach to 50% water.
Okay.
And that's the bleach to water ratio. Now, when do we use 50%? We only use 50% on roofs. So shingle or tile roofs. 50%.
Okay.
10%, everything else.
Okay.
And bleach to water, but also we like to add that surfactant in there. Okay, now, what do you pressure wash and what do you soft wash? So you pressure wash concrete, cement, which is like driveways, sidewalks, and curbs. That's what you pressure wash.
Okay.
So what you do is you throw down your chemical. You throw it down at 10% bleach. So you spray that onto the area that you're going to clean beforehand. And then sometimes actually people want to do it after as well to kind of finish it off. Now, the reason for that, which I don't have it on the board, but I'm glad I remembered, is you're killing okay, so imagine, have you ever seen that big pile of it looks like grass, but it's like mold or mildew, like on a fence?
Oh, yeah.
It's like growing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you took a pressure washer to that, generally speaking, you can get it off, but sometimes you can't, even with a pressure washer.
Okay.
But if because it's living, it's a plant. It's like holding on to it.
So it's not going to kill it, really.
No. And then if you add bleach to it, it will kill it, and you could take it off with a toothbrush. Give it a minute or two.
Oh, interesting.
But it knocks it out and kills it. So whenever you see like the green, the black, the we call it the funk on a house or a roof.
Word.
Yep. There's like mold, mildew, algae, lichen, different things. We just call it the funk. If we put bleach on there, it will kill it, loosen it up, and then you got to wash it off.
Okay.
You can't just like throw bleach and expect. So
that's that time thing?
Yeah, so dwell time helps with getting rid of it, but that's why we use bleach, is because if you see the green or the brown or whatever, it's actually a plant under a microscope.
Okay.
And if you just pressure wash, if you just use the agitation, which is what most people do, homeowners will take their little pressure washer they buy from Home Depot, and they'll do the little. But what do you see like a week or a month later?
The lines.
Do you see all those lines? It's because they didn't use the chemical to kill the mold and the mildew.
Well, and we were at somebody's house the other day, and he said he bought a pressure washer and he took it to his wood deck, and he thought, well, if a little pressure is good, then a lot is better. And he literally put holes in his deck because he was using too much agitation with no chemical.
Right.
And anyway, so he actually did a lot of damage to his property without meaning to, because he didn't understand these things. And he's a highly intelligent person. So it was not really a dumb move. It was just, he just didn't know.
He delivered and saved babies. He taught other doctors how to do that.
Yes,
so really smart
so
guy.
he's a really smart doctor.
Yeah.
But anyway, he just didn't know. And so he was saying that he wanted to work with us because then it wouldn't damage his property.
Right. Well, he had a unique situation. His driveway was like pebbles and
Yes.
flagstone. So you actually can't use pressure on that or you'll destroy the stone. You'll destroy the cement.
Like
that's
just blow
in
them out
between.
of the place, which they had tried to do before and it didn't work. And so
Right.
good thing they found us.
That's right. Yeah, we do other stuff for them, clean their carpet,
Yeah.
clean and seal their tile, their upholstery, all that good stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so you got to put bleach on stuff, and if you don't, it will grow back. If you use pressure to clean only, the mold, the mildew, the lichen, the algae, all that stuff, the funk will grow back even stronger. You mow your grass, it grows back even stronger. You cut your hair, allegedly, it grows back even stronger. You pressure wash with just water and agitation, which is 4,000 psi. That's agitation. The mildew, the funk will grow back stronger.
Okay.
It will come back. So that's why you got to use the chemicals. You got to kill it first and then rinse it away. So we pressure wash concrete, cement, asphalts, driveway, sidewalks, curbs. So basically we call that in the business flat work. So anything that is flat. Now, you don't want to go to a pool enclosure that has a painted surface and use 4,000 psi on the painted. That would destroy the paint. So we don't want to do that. You soft wash everything else. Now, have you ever seen the tips on a gun where it has like red, white, and green and black? Those tips change the orifice of the tip of the gun. So it changes how small or big the orifices. I don't really use those tips because I'm awesome and I use tips called Meg tips, which when I soft wash, what I'll do is I'll put a tip on that will pull the chemical, which is my bleach, and it will spray the house and just kind of coat everything with bleach, which is the 10% bleach. And in all my years of cleaning, as long as I've been 10%, I don't kill anything. And the hard part is you don't really know if you kill anything until like 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 days,
wow,
a month
takes that
later.
long.
Yeah. And then you call the guy back and you're like, you killed everything.
I have no plans
Yeah.
left.
I have killed stuff when we did roofs. I think I gave a lady I had to give her like $1,200 or $900. I killed these really cool plants. I mean, and I tell them when I do a walk around, like, yeah, I'm probably going to kill that or kill that. And, but yeah, it's dirty work. She had a very nasty roof and, yeah, I got a little too zealous over a spot. I can usually control it. You're not supposed to have runoff, and I had runoff. So
Okay.
it was user error, but we had her landscape company paid for it. So that's
nice.
Honesty. You don't hit it out of the park every time, folks.
I just do
But
the best
that's
I
why
can.
you work with the good companies. They'll replace it. So,
Yeah.
I use Meg tips, and Meg tips don't have a color, and they change the orifice size. So there are some tips that will pull bleach, and then there are some tips that will just shoot the water. And then there are systems that just shoot the bleach out separately, and some guys don't want to use bleach through their hoses, which is fine. It's personal preference.
Okay.
But I use a Meg tip, and so if my machine is 4 gallons per minute, 4,000 psi, you do not want to use 4,000 psi on a house. You will mess up the paint. You'll mess up the siding.
Okay.
You'll beat it up. You want to use just the gallons per minute. So we use Meg tips, which change the psi from like 4,000 psi down to like 1,800. So we're just more of like thoroughly rinsing your house
Okay.
from the bleach that we put on than we're using pressure. We're using chemical, and we're using chemical to clean your house. That's what we're doing. So we're killing it and putting the bleach and the mold and the gunk, letting it sit in that surfactant and all that stuff like that, and then we're rinsing it away. So that's the nice way to do it.
Okay.
So we got the house. We can clean roofs that way. Roof, we use a 50% mixture, and literally you just spray that sucker on, and it will get rid of everything. Now on a tile roof, Mexican tile roof, you got to walk on the roof the right way or you'll break the tiles. If you can shoot it from the ladder, that's great. If you can shoot it from the ground, even better. And then shingle roofs, we'll walk on the roofs most of the time and we'll spray the roof and then we'll rinse it off. With a tile roof, you don't necessarily have to, but here's the weird part. See how this is sodium hypochlorite? Once that bleach dries up and the water evaporates, what's left? Salt. A higher concentration of salt. That higher concentration, you got morning mildew or morning dew.
Yes.
Morning dew. You'll have it drip off of the roof, and sometimes you'll get that yellow grass line from all the stuff. So there's a couple techniques. Like if you do a tile roof, you don't have to rinse that off. You do have to rinse it off on a shingle roof. But if you do a tile roof, you want to rinse just the tips off of the roof so that when it drips down, it doesn't kill your stuff. So
interesting. Okay.
So we do house, we do roof, we do screens, natural stone like slate or travertine in the back. You don't want to use 4,000 psi on slate because slate will chip off. It's
delicate.
It will break off, not in like chunks like a rock, but it will break off like a potato chip type of thing. It will flake off.
Oh, okay.
And travertine is a sedimentary rock which has water flowing through it, and it usually has fill from the factory. And sometimes, depending on the finish of your travertine, it will have holes in the travertine. And if you got 4,000 psi going down, not only are you going to mess up the sand, depending on how it was installed in between the travertine, but you're also going to have the potential to enlarge the stone with all the pressure that you're doing, because slate and travertine are very soft stones. So you don't want to pressure wash those. You want to soft wash those, which means throw some bleach, water, and a surfactant on there, let it sit, do its thing, and then you take one of those meg tips and you rinse it thoroughly without pressure, and you have a really clean, nice surface. You throw a little sealer on there. Great.
Cool.
Painted surfaces and basically anything else. So pressure is only for your hard surface. Soft wash is for basically everything else. And that is your video on soft washing and pressure washing.
Awesome.
If you have any other questions, please get us a message. If you want us to review a quote that someone gave you, let us be your second opinion. We're happy to talk with you. And I think that's it. What else?
I think that's it.
Okay, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend, and we will talk to you later.